Hey, what's up, y'all? Um, Man, I think God be looking out for me because I was like feel like I was running like an hour early this morning. Had all my stuff together, and or at least I thought I did, and was doing all the research. And then let me see here, my bad. And then I started getting into DJing mode and studying different things, and man, I just kind of got lost in that, and I definitely got to finish up when I get off stream. Um, but it's cool. I'm glad I got an early start because I don't know how I got here even close to on time. Um, Send this thing out. I just sent the wrong thing. My bad. Hold on. What am I doing? Just a minute, y'all. Trying to finish this up. I'm all in your face. I know. I know. Anyways, let's get that sent out. But yeah. So CPI numbers came in like where people thought they were. So that's why the market is running right now. And I try, as I keep saying, I try not to get into any really, as much as I can. I try not to get into too many predictions and look at me, too many predictions and lead people astray. Um, but some people saying they think we're going to get some rate cuts this year. I don't, like I said, particularly want to get too much into all that stuff. I don't know, but that's why the markets are moving right now. But still later this year, even still, a lot of people saying like maybe September or whatever. Um, I'm cool. I'm cool that some of the market is running right. 'Cause, I mean, yeah, you want to see some gains here and there, whatever. But I just really want us to stay sideways for a minute, at least for another 8 weeks. 8 weeks, as I keep saying. Let me look up something real quick. But I don't know. We're going to see how market responds to this, and like a lot of people talking about yesterday, and even today, it's so crazy how people just flip on a dime and change their sentiment. And I'm gonna talk about that a lot later. And not in a condescending way to say I'm better than anybody else, but like I said, I've been through these cycles before, so a little more calm about it. And I'm really just trying to always be on the playing field. I know a lot of people, and I mean it's okay if that's what you need to do. They want to step out the market when the market is not looking as hot or their portfolio's down. But that's probably the point where I'm focusing the most on the market and like paying attention to what's going on, paying attention to, especially if all altcoins are bleeding, paying attention to how they're bleeding, if other people are still talking about them, seeing if the team is still developing, checking out the discords and stuff. And, I can't check out every last one of them, but just always trying to check and see how the teams are moving when the times are like this. Let me check something real quick again. You should know by now I'm a DJ, and so man, I just been. Hmm, I'm gonna see. Um, but yeah, anyways. So yeah, it's time to focus on what the market is doing, so you can be ready when the pump comes. Don't be the people. It is so easy. We all think, oh, I'm the different one. I'm not going to do that. But everybody stops paying attention to the market. You get bearish, and you just have no focus on the market whatsoever uh, when this stuff is happening. Oh, I never even got these in order, did I? No, I didn't. Where do we start? Let's start here, and then I'll just talk as I get these in order. So, this was actually yesterday, so I wonder what it's at now. But it says just in GameStop, GME, and AMC stocks short sellers have lost over $5 billion in the last 2 days. It's feel like dumb money two is coming. I feel like they about to make the second movie, and I'm gonna be honest, like I uh I was half paying attention last time, so I know everybody wants to tell their children I was there. I wasn't watching it like day by day, second by second because I was focused on crypto. Everybody was talking about it, but to actually be a part of it, those are the people that actually know how big it was. No, I didn't. I didn't buy the stock last time this happened, and I wasn't in on the movement, but I'm definitely thinking about it doing it this time, just for fun. Not even to make money, just for fun to see these guys get wrecked or whatever. And speaking of, I got a lot of this, but and as if you haven't heard about it, yeah, they halted the trading on it, or the excuse me, on Robinhood mainly 34 times yesterday. And it's crazy that he comes on here at Vlad. I think Vlad comes on here and he's like, "We hit $5 billion in equities trading volume today, one of our biggest days in the last 12 months." But he didn't talk about all the halting they were doing to trade in the same trash game they played last time, which was what they made the movie off. Y'all keep halting trades or whatever because retail was making money. He was trying to help your big friends out, and you trying to put out some like positive news talking about how much trading volume y'all had and all this trash, but you don't want to talk about the fact that y'all was halting trading. When y'all gonna talk about that, you doing the same crap that you did last time, and doing the same crap you did last time, because just like last time, it caught y'all off guard. So y'all wasn't ready for this, and I still haven't listened. My mind is on crypto, and I do keep up with the macro, but my mind is mainly on crypto. So I haven't did my research on the fact that I see a lot of people saying that a lot of the people couldn't afford to get out of their short positions. So so my bad. So some of the same ones that got wrecked last time with the whole dumb money thing. Apparently the shorts were still open, so they like double pissed now. I caught them 3 years later. And I know for y'all not used to that. And I keep saying even how some of y'all trying to make money so fast because you heard you can make money fast in crypto and y'all don't have patience. These people usually, they're paying their bills. They're going on vacations with this stuff. They're not pulling out the stock market. They do, whether it's a long or short, they hold these things for a long time sometimes or whatever. And so they're saying that a lot of these people didn't even close their short position. So they're getting wrecked twice now. It's funny to me. I'm not gonna lie, it's funny to me. So, but maybe I'll do some research on that later to see how true it is. I try not to talk about stuff just off hearsay and look into stuff myself. But this is going to make it even worse. So I don't know if you follow Roaring Kitty, you should definitely be following by now, because I feel like it's the effect is going to spill over into crypto. But if you even look at his last tweets in 2021, when he gained his popularity, he was very popular back then, which is why they made a movie off him. You'll see the impressions on his post around like 5,000, 8,000, something like that, 8,000, 5,000, around that range or whatever. And him coming back this last time, most of the impressions are around between $50,000 and $60,000. I mean, not $1,000, 60 to 70,000 impressions, likes, and all that kind of stuff on his Twitter post or whatever, which means he has a bigger following now. And this is talking about how he has 400,000 new followers just in the last 48 hours, but I think it's up to like 800,000 new followers in the last 24 hours. So, for lack of better words, he has much more power now, much more influence. I'll say he has much more influence this cycle too. It's just going to be funny because it's starting to spread across, because it was GameStop at first, which obviously is the obvious one. And then, went to AMC, but now it's spilling over to other of the what they're calling meme stocks, which, pretty much companies that weren't doing well or whatever. And so I saw somebody put up a list of short squeezes that were about to happen. Where is it at? Is this it? Yeah, so people just having fun with it, and like I said, more more people have found out about Rowan Kitty because of the movie, and so now it's just a game retail is playing, just like they do with meme coins and stuff. So, um, granted, I wish this money would flow over to crypto, because if y'all see some of the money that's inflowing into these stocks, like if that came into crypto, we'd be making some crazy money. But it's coming. I feel like a lot of people even talking about how the last time this short squeeze happened with the whole GameStop thing, we did have an alt run after that, even though it's a different time in the cycle. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays over as far as, spilling over into crypto. But I don't know. It's just really funny to me. Did I cover all these? Let me see. I am kind of going through these kind of fast. I really want to talk about some other stuff today that I'm gonna get to in a minute. You know what? They might be out of order. We're just gonna talk about them in the order they are, because I don't want to rearrange too much and be taken all day. So it says the third largest Bitcoin outflow this year from Coinbase, almost $1 billion worth, just 24 hours after the exchange reported a system-wide outage. I'm just talking, y'all. Throw some speculation out here. It's funny because what I keep saying is this is what you got to understand in crypto. Um, I want to say even me, but no, that doesn't apply to me because I'm not a scammer. I don't feel the need to scam anybody or anything. But the thing is, you really can't trust anything in crypto investing or anything like that. Um, it's just interesting system wide outage and my take was that because I thought at first because of the whole GameStop thing was going on, I thought people started FOMOing into Coinbase, but it wasn't. It didn't get an outage because of volume or whatever. And they tried to clean up the story this morning, put out some statement about being ready for the next inflow. That junk was not because of volume. Nothing caused that. The system just went out. It makes me feel like it went out so they friends can make their little Bitcoin buy at maybe a stable price or whatever. Realize even though Coinbase, as people say with XRP and Coinbase have fought the fight for us in court and all that kind of stuff, trust and believe they still in with the big dogs. You got to understand that they're still friends with them. Even though retail can make money, they still gonna help out their friends, which is why the SEC even though they pretend they're giving them problems, they got rid of Binance, so Coinbase could be the main exchange in the states or whatever. Because first they kicked out Binance, then we got a little baby brother called Binance US, and then we lost that. It's kind of still around, but I think you can still only just send crypto over there. You can't like onboard your fiat from your bank account like you could last cycle. Um, so yeah, they moved Binance out the way so Coinbase could take the helms or whatever and be the front man or whatever. But at the same time, these guys are working together. So it's just interesting that this all happened right after that. But I think it was like two big buys of like $500 million worth of Bitcoin that went out to an unknown wallet or whatever. So, so in the future, so you see a lot of Bitcoin moving into the exchange. That's bad because people think it's going to be a sell. If you see it moving out of the exchange, people see that as bullish, and it's crazy. Then we got the CPI data as well. So the exchange mysteriously went out, got $1 billion outflow into a wallet, and then CPI data, whatever. So the games they play, we're gonna leave it at that. This one says the pension started buying Bitcoin, but your timeline is debating whether the cycle is over because of 20% dip. I keep saying this to y'all. Y'all don't realize how lucky y'all are. Y'all think y'all pissing your pants now. The dips last cycle were much bigger than this. And I've been saying for the longest, I think the 20%, maybe up to 30% dip would be the biggest dip we have. I don't think we even had a 30% dip yet. I think we had maybe like a 24%. But these dips are nothing. I know this is not what y'all thought y'all signed up for. And some of y'all, just to be honest, unless you can catch some quick trades here and there, maybe certain altcoins run because of whatever, or some meme coins or whatever. But like I said, you might be in for a boring time, and it's whether you're able to outpace or to weather the boredom of what you thought was going to be just up only for the next 8 months. You thought you was going to come into crypto and you was going to become a millionaire in 2 months. Like, could happen, but you got to have patience to make money. I've been seeing a lot of people talking about that lately, and I've been talking about it for a while now. Not saying that that's just like crypto's or alpha. Anybody that's made money knows that. But I keep having to stress y'all: be patient and just accumulate over time. Ask questions in the Patreon. Ask people different questions, their take on certain cryptos. If you need reassurance on some of your buys or whatever. But at this time is definitely the time you should be buying. But I'm gonna get to that later, so I don't want to talk about it too much now. And what is this? Oh, I'm gonna skip that one. This is the same thing about the because they did this twice, I believe. I believe it's twice they did this. 8,000 Bitcoin that outflowed to an unknown wallet, but I think they did it twice and they made it up to like $1 billion that they took off of Coinbase. I'm gonna skip this one for now. Come back to that. He's usually pretty reliable, but I didn't look into this myself. This is ARK Invest buys 2,180 Bitcoin, about $130 million worth. It's a pretty big purchase and stuff. And I think Grayscale still been having some outflows or whatever, but that is gonna be what it is. And this, do I want to play this? I don't want to play the whole thing, but this is Salim Ramji. Hopefully, I'm saying his name correct. He's the new CEO at Vanguard. Excuse me. Ramsey oversaw the filing for the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF. Below is a video of him talking about the filing of IBIT back in the summer. But I don't know if y'all remember, the Vanguard CEO at the time was saying how they're not going to have Bitcoin, blah, 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 blah. And then they fired him later because right after that, Was it right after that or during? It doesn't matter. As Bitcoin ran up from around 40,000 up to that 70,000, that 70,000 range, 73,000, and everybody made, like 40, 50% on it. They was like, okay, we got to get rid of this dude or whatever. And let me say this again and say this slowly. The same thing I keep saying about political parties, and I'm not going to talk about politics today, but you got to realize these people are just the mascots. They're the face of. And so if the face of, even if the whole company at Vanguard had this viewpoint, and that's what they told him to say. That's what they all believed. That was the consensus at Vanguard. It doesn't matter anymore because the mascot who said it, they have to go now because, it doesn't matter if we all agreed upon this. He's the one that it came out his mouth. So now he's the fall guy. Even if they all agreed on it, he's the fall guy. They got to get rid of him and they got to get a new CEO because now they're changing their tune and they're about to do something different. Excuse me. So you just got to realize that's the game that's going on. So they changed their tune. And you got to pay attention to this stuff. That's why I say you can't. Somebody was talking about this in the group earlier. You can't be focused on every single influencer. Not just trying to say I'm the best of the best. I'm the only influencer you should listen to or whatever. But you got a lot of people that also are wishy-washy. I give you the example all the time. Pay attention to when you're watching a crypto influencer who is an investor who's holding long term versus someone who trades every single day on the hour, every 4 hours or whatever. The trading ones they'll have you messed up because some just being honest, some tokens are good for trading. Say if you want to get into trading, I know this for a fact that Dogecoin is a very good token to trade. The swings with it up and down, Doge moves quite a bit, has some volatility, so it's a good coin to trade. But if you go to a channel and you don't realize that I didn't even have this stuff in my notes. I'll be rambling, whatever. But if you go to a channel and you don't realize that it's a trading channel, it's a trading crypto channel, and they're talking about Dogecoin, you'll be one of those people that buy Dogecoin and you be holding it thinking you're about to get all this money and stuff like that. And then sometimes you'll look at the trading channels and they'll have Doge in the thumbnail, right? And so you'll be thinking like, okay, I'm gonna hold this. You think about buying and hold, you go back to work, you're not thinking about nothing. You think you're about to make all this money off Doge. And listen, I know I talk about this one in a certain way, but I'm not trying to be petty. Casper has become one of those. And some of these idiots that have been shilling it and telling people it's going 500x, they're like, yeah, look at this channel talking about Casper now. And it's like, no, you dummy. They're talking about it as far as trading it because it's volatile. It's going up and down. Like, so they're trading it. They're making 10, 15% on it, 15% up. All right, let's watch the charts up, 15% down, short it. All right, 15% up when they just playing it back and forth and they're trading it. And some of these idiots are like, oh, look, it's bullish now because this big channel is talking about it. I told you, and they have this thing where they're like, I told you people catch on, we're early, blah, 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 blah. Once again, Casper's is probably going to make some people some money, especially the ones that got it earlier. But I keep saying, my target for Casper is maybe around, and some of you might see that as good. I really say my first target is like 40 billion, maybe it gets to 60, 80 billion. But what I'm just trying to bring this up to say that I see a lot of the trading channels talk about it. And even that's why you can't even follow some of these influencers that became so-called crypto influencers should not be influencers because they don't even know what they're doing. That's a simple, for me who's been around this simple stuff. I know all the channels that are trading channels. I would never even say like, oh, look at them talking about something, 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 because I know they're trading it at the point. I wouldn't even use them as a point of view for an investment or whatever, because they usually just play the market up and down. Anyway, I was just talking about the mascot. Somehow I got on that tangent, but you got to be cognizant of and just pay attention to when you're watching a trading channel versus long-term investment. Where we at now? Where we at? This one's kind of boring, but I'm gonna talk about it. Which order do I want to talk about? Let me pull this over. I gotta buy a new mouse here. I'm just had this mouse forever. Let me just go through it. It's information. So it says North Korea used tornado cash to siphon HTX's $147.5 million loot An UN report reveals that North Korean hackers laundered $150 million in stolen crypto assets through Tornado Cash in March 2024. Entities representing the North Korean regime used privacy protocol Tornado Cash to launder nearly $150 million in stolen cryptocurrencies and assets in March, according to a leaked confidential United Nations report assessed by Reuters. Infamous cyber attackers dubbed the Lazarus Group, moved a dormant bag of stolen crypto assets back to their home base in North Korea. In March 2023, the North Korean hackers unlawfully extracted $147.5 million worth of cryptocurrencies from HTX, a crypto exchange owned by Tron founder Justin Sun. A year later, the funds were siphoned into North Korea, Tornado Cash, whatever. I just really brought this up. For one, to reiterate the point, stop keeping your stuff on exchanges or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna say this. I don't. Yeah. So I even saw that. Let me backtrack. I'm sorry. So I brought this up because of the whole Justin Sun thing. I keep trying to tell you. Usually, stuff Justin Sun is involved in is not good. And I didn't even know early on when he acquired HTX, which used to be Huobi Exchange. Um, what am I saying? What am I saying? What am I saying? Oh yeah, but recently I even saw that they're trying to say like Tron had some partnership with Google or whatever, and somebody else. Y'all, I don't care what news I see about around Tron or any other Justin Sun's project. I really just try not to touch it. So this is not even really about the hacker and HTX at all. Well, it is about HTX, but um, I just stay away. As I keep saying, even with so many tokens, even some that I was bullish on, you got to realize like there's so many places to make money in this market that you don't have to put yourself in danger or take a risk just because you see, uh, some bullish news about a project. Like I've seen even people talking about, hey, maybe I was wrong about Tron. Maybe I should go buy some Tron because they got some blah 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 partnership. Man, that like you still can make safer money. I just don't really try to mess with it. Like I said, I know they did have like a lot of stablecoin volume. A lot of people use Tron network to move stuff around. I will say the network is quick and it's usually cheap or whatever. But even how was that USDC or was it USDT? I can't even remember now. But one of them stopped minting their stablecoin for the Tron network and stuff. Like I just would stay away from them as much as possible. Is really all I really brought this up to say. I know a lot of people don't like Tornado Cash. I don't want to really get into any of that stuff. Just to remind you to just be careful with keeping your stuff on exchanges and stay away from stuff involved that Justin Sun is involved with. What is this here? So let me talk about this one. So this is not the best graphic. I was trying to find a better graphic for this story. Um, but I didn't get a chance to. But it says smart transactions launched on MetaMask to help users save on cryptocurrency transfer fees. Announced Consensus announced the launch of smart transactions, a new technology rolling out to all MetaMask users globally as an optional feature. This reimagined transaction experience reportedly offers better transaction success, reduced gas costs, and protects users from harmful MEV maximal attractable attacks such as front running and sandwiching. Let me just explain that real quick. So that's like when sometimes I know sometimes you can see it more on centralized exchanges. Uh, uh, um, this is just front running period, not just talking about MEV bots, but I'm just showing you like what it does. Sometimes you'll see on exchange, you'll be buying a token and it looks like somebody's selling against you. Like say you buy the token for $1 and like as soon as you hit the buy button, you see it drop to 95 cents. You like, how that happened or whatever. But it's front running, what a market makers, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, with a lot of the dexes or whatever, they have these bots that will, like if it's a new project, especially with meme coins, like they'll be buying against you or trying to front run you on a buy. Say if they see you about to buy $1,000 worth, the bot to buy $500 worth or $200 worth because your $1,000 buy is going to push up their $200 worth. So right before you click it, there's like this little window of opportunity where they can buy it before you. And so anyway, but they're saying with the smart transactions, they're trying to solve this on MetaMask. Do I want to talk about the rest of the stuff? I think all right, it pretty much covered blah blah enhancement blah blah. Yeah, pretty much like I said, lower transaction fees, the gas costs, and protect you from being front run by the bots. But what I did see about this, they said they're going to roll it out globally from all users. Now, one thing I was telling my, I tell some of my people I know, some of them are new and may not know how to connect it to Uniswap and all that kind of stuff. So I say, hey man, you can trade right on MetaMask. Actually, that benefited us because we got an airdrop for using MetaMask. But what I did realize is, like I said, they just said they rolled it out globally for everybody. I feel like my MetaMask was like maybe one of the test ones or whatever. Because what I did see, I was a little upset about it because I was telling people, hey, you can trade on MetaMask because it's quicker, easier, blah 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 blah. And so I realized when I was helping one of the people out that my fees were lower than theirs, and we were buying the same token and for the same price because I was taking them through a tutorial of how to use it. And their MetaMask fees and gas fees were a little bit higher than mine, so maybe I was getting lucky at the time and mine was already on it. But yeah, my fees have already been good. But anyway, this would be bullish for them. And I see a lot of people, and I'm not trying to flood the project. I saw like 3 people talking about this at the same time. Like even with Arrow, I do wish I would have caught that joint at, I don't know how I missed that at 5 cents. I'm kind of pissed about that. But it ran up lately. But a lot of people saying like it's still, it still can make money, being one of the dexes on the base or whatever. But at the same time, you could pretty much just buy on Uniswap, and a lot of people have been just doing that. So anyway, between Uniswap, MetaMask, and all this kind of stuff, just give you something to think about when you invest in projects. And I really don't usually invest in DEXs unless, like I said, unless you catch it real early. If you're catching something real early, then yeah, I would do it. But anyway, moving right along. So this is something I've been talking about. Do I? I don't even really. Do I need to read? I'll read a little bit of the article. Anyway, so it says over 1 million new crypto tokens have launched since April. Nearly half of the 1 million new tokens launched since April 1 have been meme coins created on the created on the Solana network. I should have got my water. Anyway, more than 1 million new tokens have been created since the start of April, with over 370,000 new tokens cropping up on Ethereum, while over 640,000 new tokens, mostly meme coins, were launched on Solana. Since April 1st, 372,642 new tokens have been launched on Ethereum network, with 88% launched on Coinbase's Layer 2 block base. So a lot of stuff is not even launching on Ethereum, but y'all know why. Y'all understand that. The Layer 2 network has witnessed an explosion in activity brought about by degens flocking to low-cost network to whip up new meme coins. Pretty much, y'all get what it is. But what I'm saying is, I just brought this to your attention to talk about the same thing I keep talking about, is oversaturation. And this is not even the projects. Y'all have no idea how many projects are going to launch. So even though sometimes I come on the channel, and I have conviction in altcoins that I'm buying and stuff, but y'all don't see the wreck that I am when I'm researching. Like even this morning, once again, I started way early. I felt like I was ahead of schedule, and I got off schedule because I started researching and trying to degen and see what was going on or whatever. Like having to go back and forth with, granted, all the projects, feel like are great. So not getting rid of them anything, but learning how to play both sides of the cycle. Like I've been saying for months now, realizing meme coins are going to be a thing and trying to catch some of the good ones early and not get rug pulled. Not get rug pulled, and just make sure we get into some ones that we can get tremendous upside on. I see a lot of influencers like, hey, buy this. And like, I'm not going to tell nobody buy no doggone meme coin that's already at 500 million. Like, we're here to make money. I'm trying to, and I don't care what nobody say about. I understand some of them in the bull run could probably get to, 10, 15, 20, 50 billion or whatever. But, we want the upside too. You don't want to be jumping in something late like that. But I don't know. I don't know how people's brains are made to follow some of these influences, but whatever. But anyway, realize you got to play both sides of the cycle, even with all the saturation. Even as I said, I keep bringing up this one because y'all don't realize it affects me, and it makes me feel some type of way because I did all this research on Dimension and feel like I was early, and I was ahead of even some of my friends that were talking about Cosmos and this, that, and the other. And then when it came out, it just came out at too high of a valuation. And so you constantly, day by day, having to change how you thinking about this market, how you going to invest in the market. No matter how bullish you felt like you were before, or how well you felt like you understood stuff. That's why y'all should know in the group how I'm playing the market in a certain way. So yeah, I might like certain things that might be a higher market cap, but I'm looking at stuff that are lower market caps, making sure the vesting schedule is not too harsh. As much as I can, trying to get into stuff that I see that's only going to have maybe 3 to 5x dilution. The best you're going to do on a lot of these is 10x dilution by, when you're talking about early 2026 and stuff like that, what we feel like is going to be the length of the cycle. But hoping some of those gains come out before the full dilution is there or whatever. But you have to play this day by day. That's why I keep saying, when you see these people that are overly talking about, arrogantly talking about how they know the market. And sometimes I guess I can come off like that too, to be honest. I try not to, but there's none of us have crystal balls. We don't really know what's going to happen. All you can do is do the best research you can, and cross-reference all the bullish things. Like I said, the VCs that are backing it. What is their track record? How good is the narrative? What is the vesting schedule like? How many influencers do they have that's going to pump the token? What's the market cap of the token? How much upside can it have? Does it have little dilution? And day by day, no matter how much even y'all trust in me, I'm doing this stuff day by day, and sometimes I'm a little stressed out. And I keep saying this. One thing about me is I'm doing this for my family as well. This is not, I'm doing it for me first. Y'all come along on the ride with me. Make sure y'all make money and stuff like this. But I'm doing this for my future, my family, and all that kind of stuff. So day by day, I'm on this thing and I'm grinding. And I used the example before how a lot of people like to knock, and it's not whether you think he's funny or not. It's cool if you don't think he's funny, but how people knock Kevin Hart's hustle. But Kevin Hart realized once he got in there, he didn't want to go back to where he was before, when like sleeping on couches. And he talked about even when he was doing some of his stand up to his grown little man. What's the other one that he wasn't really, just put his early stand up specials? He still was in debt, still wasn't making money, and still didn't have a high net worth. So once he got the ball rolling, he wanted to keep it rolling. And that's the same type of mindset I have, like realizing how I grew up, what my mother went through as a not a single mother but a widower, not realizing I don't want to go back to that. So I even see some of these influencers or whatever, and this is not me trying to compete with nobody because I don't even care about that, but they get so relaxed because maybe they made a certain amount of money, and I can see them getting relaxed, and they're no longer looking for new stuff and whatever, and they just talk about the same old. I don't even know how they keep a following like that, and just talking about the same old stuff and not finding new projects that can help their people get in. I even told y'all, like I made a video about G Swift. When y'all came into the group, please tell me if I'm lying. How many times y'all see me like, you should buy G Swift, you should buy G Swift? I was like, let me help these people find something that they can make their G Swift returns on. And what was it? Oh yeah. Let me help them find stuff that they can make their G Swift returns on. Plus, I want to find new tokens that I can find at its bottom and get another G Swift or whatever. But some of these people get just so lax, and I'm not that type of person. But I just understand like all the projects that are going to come out, and I gotta every day I gotta rethink whether I was bullish on something, if I want to buy it or not. Excuse me, or when I want to buy it. And so yeah, that's a rant there, but. Yeah, let me get to some of this stuff because there's some good words I saw some other people saying. And I'm gonna blow through these. I'm gonna go through these pretty quickly, and you can get the message. So it says probably wise to ignore crypto Twitter sentiment here. It's all noise during this chop. No, the cycle hasn't topped because everyone thinks it's going higher. I've been seeing a lot of people saying that just because everybody thinks it's going higher means it's not. Like that's whatever. Then you have other people saying everyone thinks the cycle has. I'm sorry, it says, and it won't continue because everyone thinks the cycle has ended. Pretty much what this person's saying is everybody's just trying to say anything controversial right now that they can say to get people to follow them, to get people to engage on their posts. And you got to ignore that stuff. Just go listen. The cycle isn't over. Go focus on your altcoins, see what developments they're having, see if you can find some new gems, run them across your friends, talk to cryptos or about them, whatever you want to do. And just focus on that. Stop biting your nails and looking at everybody's sentiment or what they say in the market is going to do. This one here says people have a funny tendency to get bearish near the bottom. Yeah, I mean, we dropping a little bit, and that's what really catches y'all. It dropped one time, and y'all think that's a drop. Then when it drops again, some of y'all still feel like y'all cool. When it drops that third time, y'all like, okay, it keeps dropping, and a lot of y'all become bearish. But that's not the time to come bearish. And I keep saying, everybody wants to buy your altcoins at what you thought was the best price. You're like, man, why didn't I buy all my tokens here? Because it's dropped. Stop focusing on that. You're just gonna stress yourself out. There's no way you're going to catch the bottom of everything. So you just need to continue to like DCA into the projects that you believe in and wait till the sentiment changes, and then you'll be ready for it. Don't change when the market changes because then you're going to be late. What does this one say here? It says, I've said this before too, but let me read this. It says, part of the reason there's so much disagreement regarding whether we are, excuse me, cyclically, I hate that word, is because returns have been so unevenly distributed. Anyway, he's saying that's why there's so much disagreement because the returns are unevenly distributed. Additionally, a lot of previous cycle signposts have been absent and or entirely invalid. The conventional risk curve trading BTC to ETH to large apps to caps to mid caps to meme coins is, it has changed because people jumped into meme coins at the beginning of the cycle. Like they ready, and it seems like it's going to be continuously going that way, which I believe it will. It says ETC and BTC has been remarkably weak. I said this 3 and 4 weeks ago. Whereas historically it has benefited. Ooh, got a little dizzy there. Whereas historically it has benefited from a risk-on environment. This has also spilled over into ETH layer ones and layer two proxy trades being suboptimal. Crypto as a casino thesis has been captured by meme coins on Solana, and previous cycle casino was NFTs. Number three, meme coins has been consistently leading, and rotating from that sector has been costly. Whereas memes pumping has historically been an indicator of a late cycle. Like that means usually the cycle has been over. So pretty much people saying like everybody's just trying to, who are not really there. I'm just being honest. They're really lazy. And so they have a big following, especially once people get a big following, they get real lazy. They don't study the market anymore because they're starting to. I just hate. I'm not trying to curse on stream, but this is a saying that people say they start to smell their own shit. And so what happens is because they get a big following, everyone tells them that they know what they're talking about. So it's just like an echo chamber. So they feel like they don't even have to go to do research because I know everything and stuff. And so they're not even paying attention. They're just repeating all the crap that happened last cycle. Even in the beginning of the cycle, I'm pretty sure I have reiterated and stated some stuff that happened last cycle. Like, hey guys, this is how the cycle works because this is what happened last cycle. But you got to be in this thing every day and really paying attention to what's changing, which is why I don't care what anybody says. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I know I was one of the first people to say, hey y'all, meme coins is going to be a narrative this cycle. This is going to be a real thing. I did see somebody give me credit for that. Appreciate that. But I was one of the first people to say, because I was like looking around and I was leery about it. Y'all know plenty of streams, my earlier streams, I was like, hey, y'all, don't gamble on meme coins. And listen, that still stands. Don't spend all your money on meme coins, right? And I was trying to, some people did. They waste all their money on meme coins. So no, don't go all on in meme coins. But it is a narrative this cycle, and if you find the right ones, you can make money on them. But you still had people once meme coins started running, people still saying, "Oh, this is the top of the cycle because meme coins are running." Y'all late. Don't jump into meme coins now because this is going to die off. This happens every cycle. And they trying to talk about every cycle. What happened last cycle? This cycle is not last cycle. So you gotta move with the times. You gotta constantly be moving in this market and changing. I want to say changing your mind, but just realizing, as I keep saying on my channel, it's just not whether you're bullish on something, it's how the rest of the market is receiving it as well. So just because you could have 800,000 followers on Twitter, which is a hard thing to do, but that doesn't mean anything. Even with your 800,000 followers, maybe let's say you got 800,000 followers, right? And let's say you can pump a token from 1 million to 20 million, right? But if the market is hot on meme coins now, or AI or whatever, and then they can you ran from 1 million to 20 million, but they can take something from 500,000 and run it to 400 million because that's what the market is thinking about. So you always got to pay attention to what the market is thinking about, even just not me, not just what crypto's always saying. You can take what I'm saying because I do my research and whatever. I get us some great projects, and some of these I think this is really going to blow up. But at the same time, look at what crypto is always saying. Look at how you feel yourself, and look at what other people in the market are doing, because you can't just say what happened last cycle and think that you're the all-knowing alpha person or whatever, which is why I keep saying a lot of people started crypto channels this cycle because they're so dumb that they just think just because you went through one cycle, you now think you understand all of crypto, not realizing that's your idiotic brain telling you from hindsight that you're smart. You know what you're doing because you saw a cycle. Like, that's not how that works. Every single day, including this morning, I was just looking at everything on Twitter, like, okay, this is how they thinking. Okay, this is how people thinking. And granted, as people saying, dumb money. That's how the hedge funds got wrecked because they thought they knew what they were doing. Oh, we know better. We've been trading stocks for 40 years or whatever. That makes us smart. We have experience. You don't need experience when the sentiment changes and when people come together and all a roaring kitty has to do is post a tweet, and then that changes the whole way the market is thinking. I bet, the thing is that I don't understand, how dumb are these people? Why would you, and my lady was saying this too, why would you ever try to short GameStop again? And like I said, some of them never closed their positions, but there was some new positions. People knew they were shorting it. I would have never even tried to short GameStop again. But anyway, what I'm saying is you got to learn how to move with how the market is thinking. Don't FOMO, do your own research at the same time, and, don't put all your money in. Like I said, with meme coins, put a couple of dollars in. Don't try to put your life savings in there. I like what this person said. I was thinking this too, but I'm gonna give them credit. But it says speaking about the Robinhood and all the halts on the trades that they had yesterday with the GameStop and AMC stocks. I think GameStop had like 35 or 40 stops on it. AMC had about 20 or something like that, but it kept stopping the trading or whatever because retail was making too much money and it was wrecking their hedge funds friends or whatever. It's funny to me as I keep saying, but whatever. But they said they will never halt trading if you are losing or if you are close to being liquidated, but they will most probably halt trading if you are winning too much. I don't know about you, but I prefer the Web3 casino and by a big margin. By a big margin. Um, yeah. So anyway, I feel like the people are making. I'm hoping that this GameStop craze continues to go and we get the whole dumb money too, or whatever. They mess up these hedge funds again. But at the same time, people going if they keep playing this game about halting trades, people are going to catch on. And I feel like this is a catalyst to bring more money into crypto because a lot of people have been saying, "Oh, retail's not coming back this time because they got wrecked in crypto." But if they keep halting these trades on Robinhood and all this kind of stuff, I'll trust and believe that people are going to get tired of it and they're going to come into crypto. And like I said, I know I'm kind of contradicting what I just said, but last time this happened, it ran about 2 or 3 months or whatever, which is around the timeline that I was thinking. And the whole little GameStop craze ran for that little spill or whatever, and then it spilled over into crypto. So as I keep saying, just collect your good altcoin bags right now. Maybe you find some good meme coins or something like that. I don't know, and just wait for the wave to come. Just have some patience, y'all. And for the last tweet, and then we're gonna get to these comments, questions, and concerns. So we got a lot more of y'all on here today, but a lot less comments. I wonder who's watching. Anyway, says during quarter one, we went up only. During that time, I can bet that you wish you had balls in the bear market. I've said this plenty of times. You wish you had conviction on your alts, meaning the alts that you're holding, because some of y'all are scared to buy more now because you're like, well, they bleeding, but then that must mean they're bad. And then when it starts running, you can be like, man, I saw this at 5 cents. I saw it. Nobody wants to hear where you saw it at. Did you buy it? Did you buy it or not? As Mr. What's his name on Hangover? But did you buy? Did you buy? That's going to be the question. You're going to wish you blocked out all the bearish noise. And well, then it says, well, then this quarter you've been gifted with a second chance to get these coins at a discounted value. Yet the same fear has clouded you, and Yet the same fear has clouded you. Oh, same fear that clouded you then. I hate when people don't punctuate. The same fear that is clouding you then is clouding you now. Don't leave the bull market with regret. So that's what I've been saying, y'all. I know it's scary. I'm not trying to be condescending. I'm not trying to say you're a wimp or nothing like that. I'm just saying I know a lot of y'all are afraid now because you see some bleeding, but that just gives you a time to buy some more of these tokens. And I know we got some bearish news, and I just pulled back. Bitcoin's at 65,000 now, so it's going up. And yes, I still am of the mindset that we got some bullish news here, whatever, with the CPI and people feeling good about it. But I still feel like. Yeah, of course you're gonna see some altcoins pump today, but I still feel like what do I even call it? Long term, short term. I don't know what the crap to call it. The next 8 weeks, I still feel like some of these is gonna be sideways, or we gonna get some better prices. I don't know. And you tell I can believe this because I'm saying it while the Bitcoin is going up. Because a lot of the people, they love to change their sentiment when if the market goes down, then they're bearish, and if it's going up, then they're bullish. But I'm still saying, even with Bitcoin going up, this from 61.8 to was almost at 65 now, I still feel like it's going to be a little sideways for these next couple of weeks. So I'm not really aping into anything. I'm just really studying the market, like seeing some altcoins and stuff that I can find or whatever. It might little bias here and there with, like I said, I still have I know what I said in the Patreon. I'm not gonna say here, but little stuff here and there, and I'll let y'all know if something changes in the Patreon or whatever. But yeah, it's cool to see. But what it does help is it does help the sentiment of the market. I will say that with Bitcoin going up right now, it helps the sentiment of the market. So people won't think it's all over as some people have been thinking. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I think we chilling. So just accumulate some good altcoins, ask questions from your friends, cross reference, see what other people are thinking. Because I keep saying it's not just about what you think. See what other people are thinking as well. So yeah, in line with that, as I get to these comments and questions. But if you do want to join the Patreon, as I keep saying, I feel like we got one of the best Patreons. Actually, I know we got one of the best Patreons. I know. But it's at patreon.com/cryptozo. Get in there and get some of these good altcoins before they really take off or whatever. And as I keep saying, as I said on the channel yesterday, I have been slowing my buys. I'm just trying to, either see what dips may come if we get some better prices, or see if some other tokens come out. But yeah, if you don't have anything in your portfolio, and I saw a couple of people say that, like saying I'm scared to get in the market. It's, for me, it's crazy to believe some people. I was in the market before this time last year, so to see how long some of y'all sit on the sidelines, you've missed a lot of gains. So don't continue to sit on the sidelines. Once again, even if you don't want to join the Patreon, go ahead and start making some buys. Um, yeah. But anyway, Katie Kate said, Katie Kate. I guess I gotta call myself Zoe Zoe now. Is that what I call myself? Zoe Zoe. Katie Kate said, "Good morning." Wait a minute. Oh yeah. Um, Ashwin. Ashwin said, "Broski, I'm new to this, and this is my first cycle, but I appreciate people putting out honest info." Yeah, man. Like I said, I say all the time on my channel. I believe in karma, so I'm not trying to scam nobody. The crazy. I talk about it before. I've actually seen it happen to people, and you see somebody do some messed up stuff, and like I said, it always. Hold on, just a minute. I'm sorry. Just a minute. Um, but yeah, you see people do stuff, and then the karma comes back later, and you know where it's from, and a lot of people call it coincidence. And to me, I don't think karma is some like magical in your head thing. I really believe in it. You know what I'm saying? So, um, yeah, honesty is the best way anyway. And the other thing is, like people say, if you don't lie, you don't have to remember your lies. You know what I'm saying? So when you start lying to people, you got to remember your lies to cover up that lie. Y'all know this story. Y'all heard it before. And it's just too much, man. Um, like I saw somebody call somebody out for deleting all their videos. Like if you weren't a liar and a scammer, you wouldn't have to delete all your videos because you don't know what the crap you're talking about. But if you wasn't, if you don't lie once, you don't have to. You don't. It's nothing to cover up. You don't see me. Even people, and somebody that I know was from another influencer, or probably was them themselves, try to come on my channel. Was like, yeah, I'm looking at your video, and this video, this project is not doing well. I don't care. Like I don't have to erase it. Like I'm not gonna erase no videos of something I talked about. The market changes, things happen, and most of it I feel like still going to do well. I can't be honest. There might be some that I might be a little less bullish on, but they still gonna perform. You know what I mean? I'm not embarrassed of anything I put on my channel, whatever. I don't have to erase anything. I don't have anything to hide from anybody. So and as I keep saying with people trying to clown, I was like, we got so many more picks in the Patreon that's not even on my channel because I don't make videos on this stuff we talk about anymore. Um, but yeah. Anyway, honesty is the best way. Kasim said, "Good morning, all. Good morning." The Stefano said, "Hazel, I'm looking to get into one of our Patreon plays. I sent you a DM there. Wanted to know your opinion before I take a shot. Is one of our Patreon picks? You should just talk about it in the channel." And I tell you, I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those Patreons. Be like, you got to pay for the higher tier to DM me. But I will say my DMs get busy sometimes. So if it's a question you can ask in front of everybody, just do that. It makes it easier, and I can see it better. Because a lot of times I even say I got a big screen here, but sometimes I have uh, the Patreon on one side and I'll be studying on this side, but sometimes I cover the whole screen with study and stuff. And so this is the easiest for me to just go back to the regular chat and just look at what y'all talking about. So just try to ask in there. And because sometimes I can't get to all the DMs and stuff. I'm gonna tell you today's gonna be. I'm gonna be in there, but I gotta quickly get back to some stuff that I was looking at before the stream. So yeah. Crypto Bro said I took all my funds off Robinhood months ago. I don't know how people are still falling for that trash. I mean, well, don't say it like that. I'm pretty sure you didn't mean to say that in a condescending way. I don't think that's how you meant it. But you got to realize other people don't understand. They don't understand what we understand. Robinhood is an easy way for them to just spend it. They don't know how to use dexes, and they don't even know how to use centralized crypto exchanges. So Robinhood is an easy way for them to do it. Some of them, that's all they know about. Even I can't remember which one of y'all. I'm not gonna say your name, but somebody in the Patreon the other day was having a little trouble, whatever. And I think I try to ask each of y'all, even if I'm not the one that welcomes you to the Patreon, I try to make sure that you're always asked how well versed you are in crypto. Do you know how to use dexes and stuff like that? So I don't get anybody that comes in there and gets messed up and loses money, because I know a lot of people y'all try to skip it, because I say it's not I don't charge a lot for it, but I say, hey, I can take you through the course to introduce you to crypto, how to trade on dexes and all that kind of stuff. And some people are like, no, I got it, and then they get in there and lose $500 on gas fees because they didn't realize that's how it worked or whatever. What am I saying? But yeah. Some of them know how to use that. They know Uphold, Robinhood, and whatever the other one is, and it's just easier for them. So they don't know about self custody. They just know investing. And some of my people, they still stuck on stocks, and I don't know why this one plagues my community for whatever reason. But boy, they love to tell you they got some Walmart stock, and I'm just like, come on, guy, come on. But anyway, man, yeah. Once you know better, you do better. So you know better now. But these people don't know better. They don't know any difference between Robinhood and what we're doing. They think it's all the same thing. But yeah, Blackmore fam said. I guess Blackmore fam's trying to let me know they're here. Let's see what's going on here. I be talking much longer than I be thinking. I be swearing it's around 30 minutes when I finish talking. It'll be like 40, 50 minutes. Trey said, I have no questions today. I hope you have a good day. Yeah, I am. I'm hoping. Yeah. I saw some pretty good stuff I want to look into. So we're going to see how that goes. Fly75 said, hey, Zo, would you still have folks making buys on Solana at this market cap? Solana at this market cap? No. I mean, unless you buying it to get in some meme coins or whatever. I love Solana, but got those bags long time ago. For one, I keep telling y'all, I even feel like leery about saying that, like about bags that I've got into a long time ago. I got a big bag of. I feel just some type of way even talking about it, because then it sounds like I'm just shilling y'all my bags, which a lot of people do, and I think that's trash. And a lot of people trust these people. I don't know what's going on with their IQ to not realize that people are messing them over. But yeah, from here, so 4 to 5x maybe. It could go crazy if the market get real stupid. But that's about the top of what I see from Solana from here, 4 to 5x. And I love Solana. It's one of my favorite projects. In the bear market, when everything retraces and I get all my gains from crypto, I'm gonna still buy some more Solana. Before I was talking to like an investor coming to my channel, coming to my Patreon, asking about a low risk play to get into, I wouldn't tell them Solana. I wouldn't be feeding Solana to anybody past really $80, to be honest. But there's going to be people that come into the market that still put money into it. They're going to be unknowing. They're not going to know what we know. Solana is a top project. It's a great project. But this will be for people who want to come in and they want to throw. And I know y'all, it's hard for y'all to know. People got money like this. This is going to be for somebody that wants to come in and throw 50 million in something. They're going to throw 50 million in Solana, get a 2x, take out 50 million gains or whatever. And most likely they're going to want, long-term capital gains, not short-term, which is another reason why I keep saying I think the cycle is going to be longer. But no, I wouldn't be telling anybody about Solana right now. And that's not going to hurt my bags. They're still going to pump that next 3, 4, 5x from where it's at. Yeah. 6031 KDM said, I appreciate the daily live streams, man. Keep it up. Oh yeah, it is definitely hard work too, because like I said, call it selfish if you won, but I definitely didn't almost want to stream today because I was in the middle of some research that I immediately got to get back to. If y'all ask questions in the Patreon, I'm gonna see how it goes. I might try to answer those really quickly first and then go back to what I was researching or whatever. But here's another thing. Y'all understand, even if I don't say nothing for 5 or 6 hours, I'm still sitting at this computer probably most of the times. And yeah, and I'm just this. I'm just upfront. I might hear the. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I'm probably ignoring it. Don't take it as me ignoring y'all, but I'm studying. I'm studying something to try to see what's going on. But I'm mostly always sitting at this computer. I go downstairs, get a snack or whatever, or get something to eat or whatever. Then I come right. I usually bring my food right back. Like I got salsa sitting right here. I need to take downstairs, but I'm usually sitting at the computer. So I got to finish some research up. Um, anyway, but yeah, it's hard work. It's not easy. Like I said, some of these influencers get lax, and all they care about is Patreon money coming in, and that's how they making their money. But it's not the case for me. Um, Ashman said the thing is, as a newcomer, it's hard to pick what to invest in, and I also don't have a lot of money. That's why I appreciate it. So I'm looking for long term investments in crypto. Yeah, man. But I'll say it takes money to make money. So like I said, it's not me shill Patreon. But if you join the Patreon, you could be greatly helped out with far as knowing what to invest in. I do a lot of research. I have a lot of experience in the space. I know who a lot of people are in the space. Let me not saying like I can call them on the phone, but I'm saying like following them, know how they invest, who they are, how they move, and all that kind of stuff to know what projects are kind of going to be pumped or whatever. The Blackmore fan said I was just echoing your comment about who is watching this morning. Oh, yeah. But listen, y'all. What's Ashwin said? Excuse me. Said if I have more to spare, I will, bro. For me, trust is the most important. Yeah, it is the most, man. I mean, my mother just raised me with integrity like this, so I don't know how other people raise, and I can't control how other people raise and what they do with their YouTube channel, their Patreon, or anything. But I'm gonna do how I do mine, because my thing is it's a good feeling to. And some people fake it too, and I'm an empath, so I can tell it. But it makes me feel good when I see people making money or whatever. And, I know even a lot of people, and I've been trying to. If you really look at the timeline, if you came into like when I first started my channel, some of these you'd have made some money. But in this, sometimes people get in, and then they get in at a certain time, and the market starts dumping. And so yeah, I feel some type of way about that too. I'm like, okay, I'm calculating, like, okay, this person. I mean, individually, I know like certain times that certain people come in, I'm like, okay, this person probably like down 35% on their portfolio. So I'm always thinking about that and how I can get people back above water based on where they invested in and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of typical, but nobody ever talks about that. But the reason why nobody talks about it, because nobody remembers. That's why I keep trying to tell people, you buy something at $5 and it goes down to $2. It's nothing really to worry about. It's how the market works. You're probably never going to be in up only territory. I will say, because I came in the bear market, I entered the market back in the bear market. I ain't gonna lie, I was only down. I only went down a little bit. Since I got in the market, I have never been down since the fifth week that I came into the market, which is why it's good to come in the bear market. But after the fifth week, it has been up only for me. Not talking, my portfolio has went up and down, but I'm saying as far as how much I put into the market and what I started with, I've never went back to down. That's why you just got to have conviction. And you just got to look at this time in the market now as your version of that. The market is down right now. Okay, maybe you came in a couple of weeks ago and the altcoins bled and you down 30, maybe 40%. But this is a chance to, in the next couple of months, you also be in that point where your portfolio will no longer be down below what you put into it. But you just got to have the conviction and the courage to get in the market right now and find good plays as well. So yeah. Ashman said, I say that because I have a family member who has millions, so I know how greedy people get when money is involved. Oh yeah. You say, you came in the market last week. Oh yeah. I mean, you're not late, but you could have came in earlier. But you're not late. You're decent. You can actually be honest. You came in because the market started falling like really like around starting like April 1st, and we kind of had like 3 little dips. So you actually came in at a good time, to be honest. So yeah, I think you'll be fine. You'll be all right. But yeah, if you want to join the Patreon, it's at patreon.com/cryptozo. I'm gonna get back to this research and see if y'all said anything in Patreon. Appreciate you hanging out on the stream, and I'm gonna catch y'all next time.